Hi, my name is Johanna Lundy and I'm the principal horn of the Tucson Symphony. I'm also the horn professor at the University of Arizona. I'm here today to show you a couple details about playing the horn and getting to know the maintenance for your instrument. So first of all, the lead pipe is going to be this main tube that we enter the mouthpiece into here. So it's a little hard to see because this has a hand guard on it, but this angle of the lead pipe is going to be really important for horn playing. So if you've seen trumpet players, you know, their lead pipe angle is going to be kind of like this, kind of a parallel to the floor kind of thing. But for horn, we're going to really bring it down a bit more. We want to have a free upper lip. And that doesn't mean not in contact at all with the mouthpiece, but if we are putting equal pressure here on the top and the bottom lip, it's going to make it really challenging to be successful in the high range with the horn. So we're going to bring this down. Now another thing I want you to think about is making sure that we have an even pressure from side to side. So for example, if I'm doing something like this, and I'm really pressing in on this side of my face or this side, that's not ideal, right? So we want to just feel like the ring of the mouthpiece, we're just going to feel it gently here. Now as far as placement, again for trumpet and trombone, tuba, it's going to be a little bit different from for the other brass instruments, but for horn, what we want to do is have 2/3 upper and 1/3 lower. And actually I can show you with this wacky looking device here we have that's called a visualizer. So if I make an embouchure and I put this here, hopefully you can see that we're gonna, if we were to divide the lip kind of into fractions here, we got, you know, 1/3 here, and then this is 1/3, and then sort of the second third is above this. So the key thing is that you want that top of the mouthpiece always to be above the red part of the lip, okay? So make sure that's covering that up, right? And that we're not ever seeing the top part of the lip. This would be too low, and this is definitely too much of a straight on angle. So if we get it a little bit lower, and then again we're allowing some flexibility here, thinking a little bit down. Here's a good angle I'll show you from the side. So I'm anchored on my bottom lip here. I'm allowed to feel a little bit of mouthpiece pressure here. I'm going to firm up this bottom lip. So I'm kind of making a goofy face here, but I want you to imagine if you were going to accidentally get popped in the teeth, you don't want something squishy, right? Then the teeth are going to be bye-bye, right? If we imagine firming up this muscle above the bottom teeth, okay, now don't actually bump your bottom lip or your teeth, right? But if we imagine firming that up, then we can apply a little pressure here and sort of attach. And then this is going to be free to vibrate, and we have to have that vibration to make the sound. That is what makes the sound. So. All right, now one other thing you can work on for changing the pitch of the notes, because that's one of the hardest things when we're starting to learn the horn. How do we make the notes go up? How do we make the notes go down? I think the best way to explore this is on the mouthpiece. So when we just try the mouthpiece and we try, if you try to buzz on the mouthpiece and you can get that pitch to change, then you can do it on the horn, okay? So what are we doing to change those notes? Well, there are a couple of things we can think about technically. So one is changing the direction of the wind. So when we're making our embouchure, we use our soup embouchure. And if we shoot the air down, it's going to help us go up in pitch. And if we shoot the air out a little bit more, that's going to mean more of this firmness coming forward with the chin. That's going to help us get into the lower notes. All right, so again, think down to go up. All right, and that's mostly what we need help with usually. Another thing that's going to help us move up in the range is, as I'm showing here, is some tongue movement. All right, so inside the mouth, if you can whistle, you can try. Well, how are we changing pitch when we whistle? We're moving our tongue up and down and inside of our mouth, and it kind of rocks forward like this. So if these are your teeth, it's going to rock forward and make a smaller, narrower channel that air goes through. That means it speeds up the air, faster vibration, higher note. Okay, so if we practice not even using the valves, but just going through the notes of the harmonic series, it's the same thing as the mouthpiece. If we can buzz a glissando in an octave, and then we add that to the horn, those will be the notes that we should get.